Sunset is melting dreams in the sky. Catch that fire, let your spirit fly high. Evening whispers, listen and believe. Chase those visions while the stars weave. Evening elevation, rise and celebrate. Dreams come alive when you open the gate. Feel the rhythm pushing through your soul. Chase the horizon and you find your goal. Moonlight's a canvas, paint your skies bright. Stars are the guides in the cool, calm night. Doubt may linger, but hope's aflame. Let the evening elevate your game. Evening elevation, rise and celebrate. Dreams come alive when you open the gate. Feel the rhythm pushing through your soul. Chase the horizon and you find your goal. Moonlight's a canvas, paint your skies bright. Stars are the guides in the cool, calm night. Doubt may linger, but hope's aflame. Let the evening elevate your game. Evening elevation, rise and celebrate. Dreams come alive when you open the gate. Feel the rhythm pushing through your soul. Chase the horizon and you'll find your goal. Reggae beats in your chest, echoes of hope. Lift your sights higher like a pirate with scope. Tune into greatness, feel the vibrations. Evening's a ladder of aspirations. Evening elevation, rise and celebrate. Dreams come alive when you open the gate. Feel the rhythm pushing through your soul. Chase the horizon and you'll find your goal. Reggae beats in your chest, echoes of hope. Lift your sights high like a pirate with scope. Tune into greatness, feel the vibrations. Evening's a ladder of aspirations. Sunset is melting dreams in the sky. Catch that fire, let your spirit fly high. Evening whispers, listen and believe. Chase those visions while the stars weave. Evening elevation, rise and celebrate. Dreams come alive when you open the gate. Feel the rhythm pushing through your soul. Chase the horizon and you find your goal. Moonlight's a canvas, paint your skies bright. Stars are the guides in the cool, calm night. Doubt may linger, but hope's aflame. Let the evening elevate your game. Evening elevation, rise and celebrate. Dreams come alive when you open the gate. Feel the rhythm pushing through your soul. Chase the horizon and you find your goal. Moonlight's a canvas, paint your skies bright. Stars are the guides in the cool, calm night. Doubt may linger, but hope's aflame. Let the evening.
Welcome to Evening Elevation, where we ignite your potential and inspire action. Each episode is a journey towards self-discovery, encouraging you to chase your dreams relentlessly. Join us as we share stories, strategies, and insights that empower you to transform your life. Elevate your evenings, elevate your life. Let's get started.
All right, guys, a pleasant good evening to Evening Elevation. We are here for another episode of Evening Elevation, and you know how we do this thing. We try to do everything here live, so of course, you know something is gonna try and show itself. So I'm here. I have up the logo right now, so you can't see me. So we're gonna go straight to the shot with my host and my co-host. Straight to the shot. So Doc, you're gonna be up one time. All right, pleasant good evening to everyone. Yeah, we're here, Evening Elevation, and it's the 4th of June, and of course we know that it's not a usual evening elevation night, but we promise you guys that once we don't go live on Sunday, then we will try our best to go live on the Wednesday. And we have a special guest tonight. I won't speak about the guests yet. I will let my co-host speak about that. So, all right, I'm just here trying to. All right, so that looks much better. All right, Doc. Good evening, sir. Of course, I'm your host, Genevieve Christopher, and this is my co-host, Verzen Gillard, and it's Evening Elevation one time. All right, it's season 1, episode 12. Yes, it's season 1, episode 12. I'm just checking all the tabs, make sure everything is good. Make sure I'm seeing what I'm supposed to be seeing. Yes. Okay. So we are looking good so far. Yes, we're looking good so far. All right, Doc. Yes, they are. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. So, um, of course, we gonna um, yeah. Okay. We're just making sure that everything is good. Um, yeah. So tonight, we just wanna welcome everybody, like we said before, and we have a special guest tonight, And yes, we'll see. Okay, we have Angela Hodge saying good night, and she was not here in Verswen. So, Angela, good night. Thank you so much. We will look into that right now. Doc, test your mic
That
again.
can you that can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I could hear you.
Okay, good. So just let me know if you're hearing me again.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So that's fine. So you look like you have to do your introduction all over again because they were not hearing you. So
All right, good evening, everybody. Good evening again. Good evening to another episode of Evening Elevation. We are on episode 12, season one, and we are so happy to be here with you tonight. Again, it's a Wednesday night. Yes, it's very unusual, but we are so happy that you can join us from wherever you are. And so it's June the 4th. And so we are truly grateful for Spared Life. Good. That's good. That's
yeah,
good.
yes,
We are
yes.
truly grateful, for Spared Life and everything. And so tonight we have a special guest. And like I said, I am very excited because you'll get to know later why I'm so excited. All right. So we want you to don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Because we continue to say, we as time goes by, we really just want to stick to one platform. But for now, we are on Facebook and we are on YouTube as well. So please, you can go to Genevieve Christopher, Verswen Gillard, and you can be a part of what we are doing with evening elevations. All right. So right back at you, Doc.
All right, Doc. Thank you so much. Okay, so the chat is working. We realize the chat is working. That is wonderful. Um, you already did all the social media things where we ask you to um, please subscribe to our platform, which is Evening Elevation on YouTube, and we also we are on Facebook, my personal Facebook page, which is Genevieve Christopher, and we are also on Virgin Gilad Facebook page as well. So you could go to anyone but we really want you to go over to YouTube, right? We really want you to go over to YouTube and like and subscribe. And what I'm gonna do for you guys is that I'm gonna drop the link for the YouTube channel. I think that is gonna be so much easier if I drop the
Right.
link to the YouTube channel in the chat. All right, so let me work on that now. Let's get the link to the YouTube channel. Okay. So let's just drop that right here in the chat. Okay, so the link
So
the link is in the chat.
All right.
It's in both
Mhm.
Facebook and YouTube channel. It's in the chat. So just click on it and subscribe to the page and turn on the notification bell so that when we go live with instances like tonight, where we
You know
usually be
when we're
live
going
on a
live.
Sunday, but we're now
Right.
on a Wednesday, then you would get notified that hey, Evening Elevation is live and you won't miss a thing. All right.
That's right.
Also,
That's right.
don't forget to keep the chat busy. You could send whatever in the chats. We will get them, whichever chat you put it in. We would see every message coming into the chats. So you could, send a message in the chat. You could just be saying good night. And you could also drop your flag where you're listening from because we realize we have a lot of people who listen from overseas, right? So you could drop your flag. We also leave up the comments so that even if you're watching it on the replay, you can still drop your flag where you're watching from, and you could still
Right.
send messages to us because we keep the chat open so that you
Mhm.
could send us messages. All right. I'm just checking everything. Everything is looking fine. We look like we're gonna have a great stream tonight. The internet is holding up. So Doc, you want to take it over with no further ado?
That is awesome. All
You think
right. So
our guest is ready?
um I think she is. I believe she is.
She's
I
smiling
believe
away.
she is. She's smiling away.
Yeah, she's smiling away. So,
um all right. So ladies and gentlemen,
mhm,
tonight I want to introduce to you to this very important person in my life. This person has molded me and shaped me in all aspect of my life, and I am so truly honored tonight because
but Doc,
she
wait, hold
has done
on. Doc, wait,
something.
hold on. You put on your serious face like you got. Is your wife introducing to us?
By hush your mouth, hush.
I'm just making sure
Right.
because you put
So
on the serious Shannon face one time, so I just want to make
no, no,
sure.
no, 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 no. So
Okay.
yes, so ladies and gentlemen, no, it's not my wife, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's not. But I am truly honored for this individual. And so tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I want to
Mhm.
introduce you to my big sister who
Mhm.
has been living overseas for many years. And,
Mhm.
we continue to keep in touch with each other. But why we are here tonight, because she has done something very awesome. And so
Mhm.
tonight, I will say this to you about her. Laverne Oliver, she is a child of God, an author, and an entrepreneur, and a government human resource professional. She believes in giving back and passing forward all the encouragement and grace she has received throughout the years. She is strategically improving herself and assisting others in overcoming and winning hurdles in this game of life. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to
Wow.
Laverne Oliver, my dear
Wow.
sister.
Wow. Wow. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Oh my goodness.
That was
I'm so happy to be here.
that was an introduction. It was.
It really
I'm not
was.
hearing. I'm not hearing her.
You're not hearing. I'm hearing her.
It
Oh,
really
I'm
was
not
an
hearing her though.
introduction.
So
Almost
can
brought me to tears.
okay. That's fine. So we're good on my end, Doc. You could hear
Okay.
me,
Yeah, I could hear you.
but you
Yeah,
can't hear her.
but I'm not
You
hearing her.
can't
No.
hear me?
Oh, that's crazy because I'm hearing her and the stream is hearing her. So let's see.
Okay.
Somebody
Well,
put in
once
the
the
chat.
stream is hearing her,
Somebody put in the chat and let us know if you can hear
let us
her.
know if you're
All
hearing her.
right.
Yes, please.
Yes, let us know that if you hear her. Like I say, Evening Elevation, we are live. It's a live production. So yeah. Doc, can you hear her now? Speak again to make
No.
let's
Evening Elevation family, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you guys for having me on your platform.
yeah. So I can hear her loud and clear, Doc. So
Okay. So
maybe you need to exit.
once
Maybe you need to exit and come back in.
and come
Right?
back in.
Yeah, maybe you need to exit and come back in because I could hear
Okay.
her loud and clear.
Let me
And
let me
I
let
don't
me
want
do
to
that now
I don't want to move on without you.
okay,
Yes,
cool,
and
no problem. Let me do that now.
Angela said I can hear her loud and clear.
Okay, good. Okay.
Hi, Sister
That's awesome.
Angela.
Oh, tonight seemed to be a family reunion.
Always so supportive, Sister Angela. Thank you.
Yeah, tonight seemed to be a family reunion.
You
That's
can't
great.
forget good people. That's right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, we're here tonight to speak about a great achievement that you have accomplished in your life. I don't want to go without. I don't want to go without Voswen. I really don't want to go without it. So I hope he get back in now.
That's okay.
Angela is saying
That's okay.
yes. Thumbs up to you.
Thank you. Thank you, sis. Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So just let me see if I could make that part of the chat a little bigger as well. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm not able to see it. Should I be able to see it?
the chat you mean?
Right. Okay, I just saw her thumbs up. Yeah, but I can't see you yet though.
All right, that's fine though. Yeah. All right. So we are here, and okay. Congratulations again. She's saying congratulations, Sister Lavon. Congratulations, and you're welcome. Okay, so I think Dak is back in the back. So let me just work on that in getting him back in the front. Um, Let me just do that quickly because we don't want to go without him tonight at all. Tonight is very important to him, and we don't want to go without him. uh, okay, so we should see him in about 2 seconds. Okay.
All right, and we are back. We are back.
Okay. So you could
There
hear her
you
All
now?
are.
right. Yes, yes,
Okay,
yes,
good. Good.
Beautiful.
I didn't want to go
yes.
without you. I didn't want to go without you. Okay, so we were saying, yeah, tonight you're here. You have accomplished something great, in your life, and we're here to talk about it. Um, do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I do.
Oh, you have an
Uh,
idea. Okay.
so I listened to your the last episode, and I did before I got the official invite. I heard my
Mm-hmm.
brother speaking about me so highly, and so I feel so proud to be able to be on this platform tonight to share about my book, talk about the journey, and talk about the meaning or the reason behind my book.
In the
So
book.
I'm happy to
Okay.
be here.
All right, awesome. So I'm gonna cover us for a little bit so that they can see a picture of the front and the back of the book. All right, so
Yes.
we're gonna get that picture up now, and there it is. They can still hear us, just like they would be seeing the book. So the title of the book is "Late to the Game but Winning." Late to the game but
Yes.
winning. And I'm seeing some stamps on the front of the book. You want to talk about that as well as we go along, what those little stamps mean. So let's bring us back up here, and we're gonna chat about that tonight. All right, so we are back up. So talk to us, Doc. Interview, everything is all yours. I'll butt in when I can.
Yes. So yes, sis, I want to say congratulations to you again. I know I have done it before, but I really want to commend you for a job well done. This is something that I know that has really been that has been really on your heart. And so, um rather than just keeping it all into for yourself, you choose to share it outside there. And so I am really truly grateful to God for you. So let us know. Late to the game, but winning. Tell us about your book.
Okay, so Late to the Game but Winning is a book pretty much, well, it's my memoir. It's my personal journey about overcoming setbacks and challenges. And I felt like there was a need for me to write it for somebody, even if it's one person that reads my book and get the message behind it, the message that you're not too late to accomplish your dreams. Like whatever your dreams are, for me, and in the book, I laid out 5 specific goals, 5 specific challenges that I went through to achieve. Your challenges and your goals, your dreams are definitely maybe different than mine, but it doesn't matter what they are. The message behind this book is that wherever you are on your journey, it's not too late. You can pursue your dreams, you can go forward with your purpose. So it's really a motivational book, and it's an honest look into my path, my journey. And it's encouraging those who feel like they missed their timeline, feel like they're behind, that you're really not. Even though your journey, even though your goals seem like they're delayed, there is no deadline on success. So you're still in the journey. As long as you continue to move forward, you are considered to be a winner. So that was really the goal and the message behind this book.
Okay,
Awesome,
so
awesome.
would you say that the book is basically like your testimony or something, yeah, something to do with that side of it?
It absolutely is because it's my life. Like I lived it. I know what it
Right.
feels like. And I know somebody who's listening to me today, they're probably feeling the same way, feeling that they're behind. Oh, I should have
Right.
already done this, or I
Mm-hmm.
haven't accomplished this yet. Because this is how I used to feel. I used to look
Mm-hmm.
around at other people who've already done this. And for me, a lot of the issue was based on my age. I'm getting older. I still haven't had this yet. I still didn't do this yet. I want to get this done. And you look around, you
Right.
see friends. And even when I went to school, like people in my classroom is like, why am I the old person in the class with young people? Like, why am I just getting here to get a college degree? So it's like I wrote it because I was able to write it freely because it's my testimony, like you said. It's
Right.
my life. I lived it. I know the struggles and I know what it is to be resilient and to overcome, like not giving up. That's the whole message behind this book. So if anybody's listening or can hear my voice right now and you're in a place like this, like I said, your goals and your what you want for yourself, we all have different goals. But it's never too late. You can still achieve them.
All right.
So
So
yes, Genevieve, this is my testimony, my memoir.
at my age, um, I'm 42, making 43, and I basically have to start over,
Still young,
right? Oh, you say I'm still young, so
Of
so
course, we're still
so
young.
still
this is it.
young.
This is encouraging for me, knowing that at this age, I can start over and still be successful, still accomplish what I want to accomplish. So that is great. That is great. Um,
Absolutely.
that
Absolutely. Because a lot of people feel like when they get to a certain age, like it's over.
right.
They may have stopped before, and especially when I give my feedback in the book, I'm giving it, of course I'm a female, so I'm giving it from my point of view. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
time we as women, we put things off because we got to take care of other people, whether children, we got to put the career first, whether it's a husband. A lot of time we put our goals on hold, and then by the time we get to the point where we're ready to pick it back up, we may feel like we're too old now. So
Right.
Janine, no, you're not too old. You could pivot, you could start over. And it's okay. It's okay for anybody who has taken a break because we all need a break. It's okay if you're
Oh,
taking a break, but as
uh-huh.
long as you come back to it and pick it up, that's
Okay.
the whole message
I have
behind
I have
it.
a lot of questions, but I don't want to get ahead of myself, because you may be telling me no, that hey, it's not too late, but I feel like it's too late. Honestly, like that's just a feeling that I get. So with somebody who is watching or listening, and they feel the way that I feel, what would be your encouragement to them?
And that's the whole reason why the book is entitled Late to the Game But Winning, because it's a mind shift.
Right.
Like when you say late to the game, you're declaring, like I declared for myself, even though I felt like I was late, because
Mm-hmm.
there are times, even though I wanted to achieve something, like I said, self-doubt crept in. Like even though you know you could accomplish something, like yourself speaking out and telling you, oh, who are you fooling? You can't get that done. Like nobody want to read your book. What
Right.
you're saying, nobody is going to pay attention to. So those little thoughts come into your mind and makes you want to
Mm-hmm.
just stop and give up.
Right.
But you can. You just have to, it's a mind shift. You just have to focus and tell yourself that you can. Because especially us as Christians and believers, we know the Bible said that with Christ we can do anything.
Yes.
Okay, so we are victorious in Christ. We can't, if we rely on our own strength, like I used to at
Right.
one point, if we rely on our
Mhm.
own strength, we get nowhere. But we focus and we bring our goals to God. We don't try to do it all on our own. Bring it to God, because sometimes the things that we think that we want is not even what God wants for us. So we have to definitely go to God and ask him if this is what you want for me, God. And then if this is what he
Yeah.
wants for us,
Yep.
then he'll help us through the process. So
Yeah.
many times we take stuff on and we try to do it by ourselves and we fail. We lean onto our own understanding, and the Bible tells us we
Understanding.
shouldn't do
Yeah.
that. So it's declaration that with Christ you can do all things because He said it.
Awesome.
Okay. Now, sis, I
Uh,
have two questions for you.
uh,
And the first one, because after getting to read your book, and where I could relate to a lot of the stuff because we grew up together, and whereas I could have related to some of the stuff because when I started reading the book, I began to get emotional because some of the things I could have relate to, there was some that I could not relate to. And even though yes, you are my sister, yet there were some things that I read that I did not even know that you were going through, at that time. So my question that I have to I want to ask to you now is what was the feeling like having to take all of these things and just put them in one place, knowing whereas some of the things that you spoke about, was there any fear within you about putting out your whole um your life as to what you went through? Did you had any fear about it, and in terms of like what people would say and these type of things?
I absolutely did. I absolutely did. Like writing the book wasn't easy. And like actually putting the words on paper, I feel like that was the easy part. But sometimes actually putting it out there, of course, you're exposing, like you said, some of the things you didn't even know as my brother, you weren't
Right.
even aware of. But it's like you're putting yourself out there. And yeah, I had a little bit of fear. And for a while, I didn't write my book because of that. I held on to it because what people are going to say when they read my story. I even got feedback from somebody who's here recently, and they said they enjoyed the book, but they felt like I said a little bit too much. So, but it's like that's my story, you know. So I was being genuine, I was being intentional because I know that somebody needed that message. There's somebody somewhere that's going through some of the similar situations that I went through. And because I made it through and I shared how I did, like the book breaks it down. And I'm also working on a workbook right now that anyone can purchase, and they can also highlight and go through their journey the same way that I did. But the fear was there. The fear was there. But because I recognize that this is not about me, this is not about me. God is using me to shine light to somebody in some corner, to help somebody. So even though the fear was there, God helped me to get past it. Even though I felt sometimes that I wasn't adequate enough, God allowed me to get past that, to see it's not about me, it's about Him, and He want to use me to help somebody. So yeah, absolutely, there was fear and there was some hesitancy in terms of me putting my life out there. But at the end of the day, it's about the message.
you know, we were just Version and I were speaking about something on the last episode where I was telling him that God put us through stuff for us to testify. Was it me and you? I think it was us,
Yep, and I
talking
listened
about
to that
that.
episode.
Yeah. And a lot of times
Yes.
with the culture that we are living in now, we always try to hold stuff in and box it in, right? But like you said just
Hush,
now,
hush. Yes.
yeah, there's somebody else out there who is waiting to hear your word so that they can be freed, right? And we are tying up
Yes.
a lot of people because we are so self-centered. Is that it? Don't come
Yeah.
for me, but I'm
Yeah.
just I'm
I
just
mean,
saying
and
the truth,
that,
Yeah,
right?
I
With
get you. I
everything
get you,
in
yeah,
bro.
this
there's
kind
a
of
lot of
culture,
truth in that.
yeah,
Yeah,
there's this
yeah.
It
culture that we are
is. It is.
Yep.
cultivating that is my business and it just stick inside. And because even me, I mean, we
Right.
started this
And people gonna
podcast.
talk. Yes.
Exactly. We started this podcast, and it was strictly off of the will of God, because like for me personally, you don't really know me like that, but I'm not a person who likes to be in the spotlight. I love being in the background,
The
right?
same
I,
for me.
yeah, I could do anything you ask me to do, but just let me stay in the background and I'm good. But now, doing this podcast and then the lights are on you, the camera is on you. I mean, that's the reason why I have a co-host, because I just
Right.
don't like speaking, and there's this jitter that I still get just before I go live, right? And this is our what 12th episode. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just
Right.
saying that, you know, I, and then you also shared about the person was saying maybe you shared too much. I mean, it's your story. You lived it.
It
So
is.
how
It
how
is.
how can the person decide that, you know, it's
Yes,
too
but
much? It's what
Right.
God wanted you to
Right.
say for who God wanted to hear it.
Absolutely.
You understand? And we need to kind of get
Absolutely.
away from that
And
culture where we just boxing in
yeah.
everything, and that's why we have, you know, suicidal rate increasing and all kind of things. And then you
Mm-hmm.
hear, oh me, I didn't know, because what? We have a lot of what I call silent
Exactly.
sufferers in church, in the
Yes.
setting in the world
Yes.
today. We have a lot of silent sufferers, people suffering in silence.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And we need to open up our
Right.
mouth some
Right.
more and talk. So I'm backing you a
and
hundred
There,
again,
percent.
there's so much truth. Yeah. There's so much truth in that. And even when we talk about testimony service in church,
Oh
because
Lord,
that's
that
an
dead now.
opportunity for us to share. That's an opportunity. Well, it used to be to
Testimony
be an
service in
opportunity
church
for us
dead now.
to share and encourage each other. So don't come at me because I share my testimony.
Right, right.
I'm
I
talking
totally
about what
agree.
God has done for me. I mean, if you don't like to hear it, if you feel like I said too much, then that's on you. Like there's
Right,
a line that we always say: if you don't understand my story, then you never understand my praise.
right.
So you can't come at somebody for talking and telling their story, because we all have stories.
Everybody
Like you
have a
said, we all have
story.
stories, and it's
Everybody
sad.
have a story.
It's sad when you don't recognize that your story, especially when you've been through stuff. Like I've been through stuff. I've been through
Mm,
trauma, and I've come over on the other side. I had to go through the healing process because there was a time when I was focused on the trauma.
mm-hmm.
And so for 2025, and you were talking about being on air. When I started my YouTube channel, when I decided to write the book and get it published, this is all God, because I'm a person always in the background. I would shy away from being in front or in the limelight. But this year, it's like it's not me. I say it's not me. God wanted me to do this. That's the only reason why. Even here on your podcast, I feel like this is you guys are family. So it's like even though I may have felt some fear, I'm sitting here and it's like God must want me to do this, because I don't know who's listening wherever they are. They may have placed their goals and their dreams on a shelf, and they feel like now it's too late, they can't get it done. But I'm here to tell you that it can be done, because as long as you are determined and as long as you continue to move, it's not about the speed or how fast you go. It's that you continue on the journey. It's nothing that's impossible with Christ.
Yep,
you
that's
know,
very
you know
very
one,
important. Go ahead, Doc.
one of the things when it comes to our testimony and why, sorry, why, and the reason why our testimony sometimes um why we don't talk about our stuff, because and I'll say this without any apology, and I am not referring to any specific church, but I am talking about the body of Christ, where we have lost our love, the care for each other, because we are so focused on each other's faults. Whereas if you go back and you talk about for example, the woman at the well. Now, while
Mhm.
she was at a matter of fact, I don't even want to go there. The woman who was starting the very act, when they brought her before Jesus, that was not his concern. His concern was not about what she did. And he replied to them and he said to them, ye that is without sin, cast the first stone. And none of them could have done it. And because none of them
none
could
of
have
them,
done it,
you know why none of them could have do it? You know why none of them could have do it? Tell me why none of them could have do it.
They're all guilty.
because they are guilty.
Okay.
Right. But at
Ain't
the
that the
same
stones them
time,
disappear, is that yes, they're guilty.
the part that I really want to highlight here does not focus on what she did. He said to her, woman, neither do I condemn thee,
Go and sin no more.
go and sin no more. And that's where I say that the church has lost, because we, instead of getting persons to understand that what they have done, yes, it is wrong what you did, but at the same time, do not continue to pay attention to what I have done. And that is the thing. And so it makes it difficult. Sister, a lot of the times it makes it difficult for us that we are in church. And yes, we have a testimony bubbling in our heart, bubbling. We want to come up, we will want to let somebody know the week that I had.
Somebody waiting to hear it too.
Right. How the devil tried to trick me up, how the devil tried to throw me down in the middle of the week. But you see, we ended up we have to battle it in, because it's like we don't know when we leave church, somebody gonna carry we story somewhere. And so yes, there is always that fear. And that is why I ask, how did it feel for you having to share? Yes, like you said, for me, I felt like, wow, my sister really gone deep. You understand? But because I knew and I was aware of some of this stuff, it's like, I mean, if this is the only way that my sister can get over what she's been going through, letting other persons know out here that that it's not too late. It's not too late. That even though yes, these things happen to me, I am saying that it's not too late. And so for those persons out here, if you're under the hearing of our voices, and like my sister says, it's not too late. It's not too late. And yes, despite of what, yes, there would be discouragement along the way. People can say all kind of things, but at the end of the day, you know exactly where you are heading. And for my sister, if she had sat down and listened to people and listened to what they have to say, the big part about this book is that, you know what part of it says, even though it's late, guess what? But winning. She late, but
because I recognize that lateness, that's the mindset. That's a mindset. That's the part that we have to get past, because it's never too late. That's just how we feel. But when we have that mindset shift and we recognize that we're not really late, because everything that we've been through, and I strongly believe that everything that we go through is everything is being aligned. It's preparing us for things that's to come. So when they say God doesn't make mistakes, the things that you go through, they're lessons. And as long as you learn the lesson, you can move on. You can move on to help somebody else. And sometimes too, when it comes to winning, sometimes we're focused on the big things. Like we only think of winning when it's something big that everybody could see, or it's on some grand stage, or people talking about it. But the little things, we have to recognize the little things. I mean, it might be you taking a step and submitting an application. It might be you going to a meeting. It might be you standing up to defend somebody. The little things that you do, at the end of the day, you are winning. There's steps for you. You're going forward. Every day you take a step. So it doesn't matter if somebody don't recognize your wins. we have to learn to recognize our own
Our
wins.
own wins. Yep.
Because our wins look different. Yeah,
Yep.
our wins look different
Yep.
to somebody else. Their wins are their win, but you have to focus on yours. Don't try to compare yourself with somebody else.
Yep.
Don't
But
do
that's-
that,
I think that's
because
a problem.
that gets us
problem that we-
nowhere. That steals your joy.
I think that's
Mhm.
a problem that we have in our culture today. You know, is always, you know, this comparison to somebody else. And I was about to say, I'm happy you said what you said just a while ago, that, you know, with the big, we only know how to celebrate the big
Celebrate the
wins.
big things. Yeah.
And that is one of the things that I think kill our testimony services, because we want to testify bigger than, Lord, I don't
Show
want
up
to
on
call nobody
somebody.
name. The
Mhm.
neighbor. Let me just say the neighbor. I don't want to call
The
nobody name.
neighbor. That's
And
right.
then they
The
feel
Yeah.
like
neighbor.
I'm being personal.
Mhm.
Right? So we
The
want
neighbor.
a testimony that is bigger than the neighbor's own. You know? If the neighbor say,
Yes.
hey, she get $50,000 blessing, I feel like now I can testify that, hey, God wake me up this morning, because everybody gonna look at you like, "May God wake up everybody who here today." You know what I mean? But
Right.
it is a
Minimize your blessing.
blessing.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Mhm,
is a
mhm.
blessing, and I think that our society now has gotten this comparison thing where everything is almost like a competition. You know, you have to
Mhm.
compare and compare, but
Yeah.
it's really not like that. So whether it is a big win or a small win,
A
celebrate
win is a
it.
win.
Yeah, it's a win.
Yes.
All win,
Yeah.
spell WIN, win.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we know we come on social media, we see the same thing too.
Yeah,
When
exactly.
people post up on social media,
Yeah.
they're only showing the good part.
The good.
We don't know what they had to go to get here. But we
Oh my
celebrate the
God.
big things. But behind that, they must have taken steps. Like, success doesn't happen overnight.
Overnight,
So
exactly.
as
But
long
Yeah.
as we're still in
So
the
true.
running, as
Yep.
long as we're determined
Yep.
to get it done, we are winning.
Mhm.
Yes.
yeah, I think you just give me a
Yeah.
topic. I think you just give me a topic I want to discuss. That same social media thing for our next episode, yeah. Because it's a serious thing. The social episode, that social media
Mhm.
thing, it's a big thing, because social media now have
Yes.
made things look so easy or so simple, you know. And
Mhm.
it's
Yes.
the truth is, when the cameras are on, that's how it looks. But what
That's how it
happens when
looks.
the
But
cameras
nobody
turn
knows what
off?
happens behind
When the
closed
light
doors.
turn
When they
off and the
off,
camera is
yes.
off. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Right.
so yeah, thank you for
And
that
that's why
topic.
it takes that mindset shift. Yeah, you have to
Yes.
know within yourself, so that even when nobody's looking at you, and I
At you,
actually did
exactly.
this course recently, a certification course, like, you have to be yourself, you have to be genuine. So don't just try and do good when people are looking at you, when cameras are on.
Right.
Like, be yourself, show up as you every single time, because
Yeah,
we
100%
all
you.
have flaws, we all struggle, we all have challenges. And as
Right.
long when we come to the realization that we're not the only person that go through this, and that's exactly what my book is, let somebody know who's going through. Like, for me, the 5 games that I mentioned, the first, well, it may not be in order, was parenthood. I always wanted to have a child. And then it was marriage. Then it was getting my college degree. It was owning a home, and it was career development. Like, all those things now, when I name them out, I've accomplished all those. But the road was not easy. Like, there were times when I wanted to give up. There were times when I cried. And I thank God for the support that I have in my life. My husband is one of my biggest fans. And so God allowed him to be in my life, because he knew down the line. And he used to always tell me, babe, you got to write a book. You got to write a book.
I
Because
was
he's
just about to
seeing the
get to that,
struggle.
Timothy. I was
He's
about to
seeing the
get to that.
things. Yeah, he's seeing the things that I've accomplished. Like, when I came to this country, it was so hard. And I went through so much. But then he used to always remind me, babe, you got to write a book. You got to write a book. And he said, I'm the strongest person that he know. I don't feel that within myself, because it's not about me. It's not about me.
Sis, my other question, what was putting this book together, what was one of your greatest challenge that you had putting this book together?
Getting past my own thoughts. Getting past my own thoughts. Besides, like, finding the time to write was hard, but it was not as hard because I used to do a lot of voice talk. Like I would save my messages and then I'd like when I get the chance, I'll actually write them down. But getting past my own thoughts in my head, getting out, sometimes you got to get out of your own head because it's that self-doubt and it's that fear that people not gonna accept or people not gonna like what you bring out. And so for me, that was the hardest part, getting past myself and just obeying God pretty much.
Yeah. You see, self-sabotage is a real thing.
It's real. It's really
Self-sabotage.
real.
Let me tell you something. Self-sabotage is a real thing. And I mean, it's so important to try to overcome that because the truth is that when you get an idea, you will get the idea. But then you're still trying to sabotage yourself with the idea that you got.
That's true.
You understand? So that's your
Hmm.
first struggle. And you can't hide it, because remember it's your idea.
Yeah.
And I mean, I
Right.
see myself something, well, a lot like that because I always try to look at the negatives of something before I look at the positive of it.
Positive.
You
Yeah.
understand? And trust me, self-sabotage is a real thing. So you're talking gems. You're talking truth. You're talking gems. I'm just backing you. That's all. I'm just
Yeah,
backing you.
you're right. Because when you live it, you can speak of it. That's all I can
I'm
say.
telling you. I'm telling you. And I think God sent you here at this time as well to encourage us, with this podcast as well. Um, you know, there's a lot of things that we want to do, and we're gonna keep pushing. We're gonna keep pushing.
Right.
And I mean, I really appreciate you taking the time and talking with us this because this is like a message for me. It's like a message for me. So thank you
Yeah.
for coming, Doc. And
You
any
guys
other
are doing an
questions you have?
awesome job, though.
Oh, thank you
My
so
my
much.
other
We are
thing
trying. We are
to
trying.
you is um
And that's
when so
all.
when
That's all
you
you could do. As
so
long as you
when
keep trying,
you
you do your best. That's it.
That's right. That's right.
when did you officially actually started writing the book?
So the book process was over a year.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course, life is life is still life in.
Life
So
in right.
so in
Life
between,
is still life
yes,
is
in between
right.
writing in the morning before I go to work, writing in the evening, as
Mhm.
tired as I am, it's like I had to make a lot of sacrifices. There are times when I didn't attend certain events because I wanted to get it done. So life keeps life in,
Mm-hmm.
but it's about the sacrifice. At the end of the day, if it's really a goal that you want to achieve, and if it's in alignment with God's purpose, God's plan for you, you can make it happen.
Right.
It's not just about having, talk. Like the Bible said, faith without works is dead. So you have
Dead.
to actually put the work in. You got to put the work in to get it done. It's not easy, but it can be done.
That's awesome.
And
Uh
also too, Jenny was earlier was talking about the stamps. There's two stamps. Then I guess probably you could bring it back up again so that they can see. There's two stamps right at the front of the book. I just want you to let us know, right? The two stamps, could you let us know exactly what those stamps mean?
um
So my book actually became a number one bestseller on Amazon best list. So I'm an 11-time international bestseller. That's what the awards for bestseller is.
awesome.
Awesome.
And I
Awesome.
feel so proud. Like I feel so proud. And it's one thing when you talk about something that, a project of yours or an accomplishment, but when you've poured your heart and soul into it and you see like the final result, like when I hold my book in my hand,
You
like
feel
it's
so
such a
proud, huh?
proud moment. And
Yep.
I
You
thank
should
God
Right.
be.
because it's not, like, again, like I said, it's not about me. And I recognize that I will never allow anyone to diminish like the gift that I have and what I've able to accomplish, because this is all according to God's plan. So yes, that's what the logos in the front of the book refer
All
to,
right.
being
And
on 11 time international bestseller.
all right. And while we're here, for those who are listening and would want to get a copy of the book, where can they get a copy of the book? Where all can they go to get a copy of the book?
So it is available on Amazon. Just search for Late to the Game But Winning. It's also available if you're on LinkedIn. I'm on my LinkedIn page, vernexpressions.com. On my Facebook page, there are links as well. And I do have a website, vernexpressions.com, where you can check that out, because I'm not just an author, I'm also a life empowerment coach. So I do coaching because I'm all about empowering people. I feel like when God blesses us and we achieve things, I always feel like it's not just for us to hold on to. It's for us to share and to help somebody else. So because I'm able to accomplish this, trying to be in a position and be in places where I can help others as well. So the book can be obtained on all those platforms. My email is vernexpressions@gmail.com. If anyone want to send me an email, want to give any feedback, I also have opportunities available. I'm starting a podcast focused on women, sisterhood. So I'm in the works getting that together. So if anyone hearing is interested and would like to even pay us a visit, my YouTube channel, vernexpressions.com, feel free to send me an email, give me your feedback, or even right here on this podcast. I would appreciate it. But we're all in this together.
Correct.
At the end of the day, no man is an island,
Right. That's
and
right.
we're
No
here to
man is
help
an
each
island.
other. I'm all about empowering, uplifting, inspiring. If I can't do it, I should be around somebody else who can do it. We should be working together to get this job done.
That's awesome. That's amazing. And I mean, we are so grateful for the teamwork. I mean, we're all about team here, as you can see. We're all about team. So that's something that we wanna push.
Absolutely.
And one of our dreams here is to try to build a community, where people feel comfortable and come in and talking with us, shooting us messages, stuff like that. So
Right.
over the years, we want to build trust, and we want people to be vulnerable, share their stories, and feel like have a safe space where people can come and share,
Yes, that's
and
important.
that's what it's all
Hmm.
about here on Evening Elevation. Yeah, there's no glory in it for none of us. We are not looking anything
Yeah.
like that,
So true.
fame, fortune, not at all.
Mhm.
Right, we're just here
Right.
to try to build a community and serve and help people, you know to get through their days, you know because you never know what people might be going through. I mean, you may see a lot of smiling faces, but you don't know what people going through. So
That
that's
is
what we
true.
are about. So we love
Hmm.
teamwork here, and whatever we can do to help to push your book. Hey, if you're winning, I'm winning. Simple. If you're winning, I'm winning.
Absolutely. We're in this together. Yes.
Exactly. We in it together. So if you're
Absolutely.
winning, we are winning. So yeah. Doc, anything else? We can't hear you. Your mic is turned down. Please, please.
We're almost out of time, so I just want to give the opportunity to share your last words with us. Any words of encouragement to our family, our Elevation family
Sure.
and friends. So you
So
can do that
I just
now.
want to
Mhm.
read a quick section of the book. It's called almost at the end of the book. There's a game plan or call to actions, like things that I had to do and things that I wrote that could possibly help someone who's trying to win. So one of the things I said is run your own race. And I know we talk about looking at each other, being in competition. I said run your own race. Stop worrying about what others are doing to win and instead focus on your own race. Being selfish is rarely a positive activity But in this case, it is. This is personal. Do you? No one can run your race for you. Therefore, if you want to win these life games, you must run your own race and show up in the best way you know how. You can accept help when needed, but don't sit around waiting for someone to come and do things for you. Run your own race, invest in your game, develop and evolve along your own specific path. This is the only way to win. And one final thing, run to win. Everyone has a race to run. Everyone has games to play in their lives. Nobody enters a game or begins a race expecting or hoping to lose. Everybody wants to win. Everyone runs and plays to win, regardless of their current living situation or future objectives. Unfortunately, not everyone will win every time, but you must run to win. Give it your best effort. Keep moving forward. Don't waste time looking back. Keep your eyes on the prize. And when you've given everything and you've done your best, remember that God looks at your heart. So while it may not appear that you have won in the eyes of men, you know you have in the eyes of God, and that's all that matters. So run to win.
Well said.
Awesome.
Run to
Well
win.
said. I
Nobody,
don't
no,
even need to add anything else to that, sis.
nobody enter a race to lose. So run to
Well,
win. I mean, the
That's
truth
right.
is, some
keep
some people come in
keep
a
your eyes
race
on the
just to be in the
prize.
race. You know,
Yep.
some people come in a race just
Mm-hmm.
to fill space, but nobody want to go in a race to lose. Everybody want to win. So
To
just
Yeah.
lose.
just keep running. Whatever you're going through, we encourage you
Keep your
tonight
eyes on the prize.
from evening elevation family. You keep your eyes on the prize and throw one foot in front the next. One foot in front the next. Just keep throwing
One
a
foot
foot
in front the
in
next.
front
There
the
you
next.
go.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
If
That's
you
Yep.
it.
can't see all the way, you can't see the full path,
That's it.
just throw one foot in
Mm-hmm.
front the next, and
That's
eventually you will
right.
get there. So hey,
You will
evening
get it.
elevation,
Keep
run
it
to win.
moving. Yes.
Yeah, run to win. I like that. I love that.
Run to win. Yes. Run to win.
I love that.
Yes. So, sis,
uh,
we want to say thank you for being a part of Elevations tonight. I am truly excited for you because I know this is something that has also been a source of encouragement to me, after reading and knowing of some of this stuff and realizing that, but I can't believe it's so much thing my sister went through, you know. And so having to put that out there, it makes me help me to really to understand that that even though it doesn't matter, even though we may be getting old, we are not too late. It's not too late for us to
Not at
win.
all.
It's not too
Not
late.
at all.
So so Elevation family, you've had it here, you've had a speaker here who has shared, and like she said, if you want to get a copy of her book, it's on Amazon, it's on LinkedIn. She gave her email address. We'll put all of that into our thing. So if you want, you can get all of the information so that you can get your very own copy and you can get to read about Lavern's testimony and where she was and where God has brought her now and what she's doing. But one of the things I realized is that even though you wrote a book, you didn't just stay there. You moved on to becoming a motivational speaker, helping women and all of that. And it's like, wow, it just doesn't stay there. It didn't stop there. You're all
It
about
can't.
helping and encouraging somebody. All right. And so we really want to say thank you for being a part
Absolutely.
of the family
Thank
tonight.
you guys
And
for
I really
having
trust
me.
and hope, yes.
I
And I
really
really
felt like
trust and hope
family.
that you were encouraged and you were blessed with tonight's session. All right.
yes. Before you leave, though, I want to
I
encourage you.
am.
I want to encourage you to do one thing, because while you were talking, something came to me, and he was just telling me just to say, to encourage, let's support the sister. Let's go out, because we have a way that in our culture that we don't like to support each other. right? Like I said, there's this competition thing that we have, and we don't want to take
Yeah.
each other. And one of the things is
Sister,
that
favor.
I like to lead by example. I get into something. Wait, I'm giving you a next business
True.
idea right now. I like to lead by example, but I have a problem. My problem is I just do not like to read. You would not get me just take up a book and start to read a book just like that. So it brings me to the next solution. Is there an audio version of your book available, or it's coming
It's
soon?
it's
I've been
it's in
prophetic right now, you
process.
know.
I've already
been-
submitted it.
I've
I've
been
already
prophetic.
submitted
It's
it, and it
important.
should.
That is important.
It's Amazon is already processing that order, so that's a good
Yes.
point. Because
So you
somebody
see,
asked me that,
that's
like, do
right.
you have
That's
it?
right.
And I know I
Yes.
understand because sometimes going to work, you just want to put your headphones
Right,
in, just want to listen
exactly.
to something.
Right,
Right.
So
exactly.
absolutely,
Because you know
because the
you
message
can
is so
stop and go
important.
back to where you left
Yeah,
off and
I don't
all of
want to
that.
leave
And yeah.
anybody out. I want everybody to have access to the message. So
Yeah.
absolutely.
Amazing.
You know, while
So,
Jenny
so
was
you hear
talking
it. You
about
hear it here first.
supporting,
You hear it here
yes.
first.
Yes.
The audio
Sis,
version is coming shortly.
Audible. It's
Shortly.
going to be on Audible coming soon.
sis, do me a favor. You have a shirt on. Just ease up a little there for me. Ease up a little so that they can see your shirt. I may
Oh,
live in the
I may live
USA,
in the
but
but my
USA.
heart.
my heart beats. Or my heart.
My
Yes.
heart
My heart
always
and what?
belongs to St. Kitts.
Belongs to St. Kitts. All
My
right.
heart will
She's
always
she's
belong
one
to
of
St.
us.
Kitts.
She is
That's
one of
right.
us. Okay,
Yes,
so
I'm
I
proud.
had her
I'm
to stand
proud.
because I want you to see that she's not a U.S. citizen. She is a Kittitian
By
born.
birth.
Okay,
Yes.
so we need to
All
support
the way.
our Kittitian. Yes, all the way. All right. So sis, we really want to say thank you very
Absolutely.
much for really being a part of thing. I'm truly blessed and to know that to hear your testimony and really the challenges that you had and how you were able to overcome all of these things, and you just put it out there. You just put it out there because you are just about
Absolutely. Anything to
winning.
support you guys, let me know. I'll do my best. Absolutely.
Yes. This
Yes.
Angela Hodge here is not giving the chat a chance, boy. She's blowing up the chat.
Good
She's
night,
doing-
Sister Angela.
My sister Angela.
She-
That's
she's-
Sister Angela. She attends the church in Newton Ground.
Yes.
Church of God of Prophecy. Yes.
Yes,
So we
Church
are
of God
happy
of
to
Prophecy all the way.
have
Yes.
you. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right. So, hey, it's awesome. Like I said, sis, is great having you. We would have you back. In some other forum, we would have you
Yes.
back definitely. And we thank you for taking the time out. And we know how the US life is and the busy schedule and all of that. So we appreciate that. We don't take that lightly.
Oh,
And-
don't remind me.
Yeah, we know how that go. So we don't, even though the platform, I keep reminding even though that we are small right now, we are not gonna be this size all the time because we are growing.
All the time,
All right.
right?
Angela is also
Absolutely.
saying good
Mhm.
night to you guys. So we thank you for taking the
Good
time
night,
out
Angela.
and blessing us with your book and encouraging us as well, because I'm really encouraged, because at my age right now, to start over, it seems very hard and very difficult, but you gave me a little glimpse
It's
of
not
hope.
impossible though.
Yes, it's not impossible. You gave me
Mhm.
some hope that, hey, it can happen.
Yeah.
But we give God thanks and we thank you for sharing with us. And we also pray that your book is gonna be sold out, and they're
Yes,
gonna need
yes.
more copies, and you're
Mhm.
gonna travel all over the world. I don't want to limit you just to the US, sharing your book and other books
Yeah.
to come,
To come.
right?
That's right.
And we pray that over you and your
Amen.
family, that all will be well. All right.
And I receive it all. Thank you.
In
Thank you.
Jesus'
Thank
name.
you.
In Jesus'
Jesus'
name. Amen.
Angela said, "SK all the way." SK
All the way.
Oh God. So
Mhm.
thank you very much, and you have a wonderful night. Doc will close out on the.
Thank
on the
you.
end.
Take care, sis.
Take care, sis. Thank you so
All
much for
right,
coming
guys.
through.
Take care.
All
All
right, bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Doc. Yeah, man, it was good. We really, it was a
Yes.
blessing, and we thank. We're just grateful, we're just grateful, and you know we just give God thanks for everything that is going on. So, hey,
Yes.
it's evening elevation on a Wednesday night. Hey, it's our party. We can do what we want to.
Do whatever we want to
We can do
do.
what we want to. Technology, you know what I'm saying? This is not a TV
That's
station
right.
where you have to schedule. We could just show up and go live. That's why you need to do what?
Show up and go live.
Subscribe so that you know when we are live.
Yep.
Subscribe to the Evening
Subscribe, like,
Elevation
and
page.
share. That's
Yes,
right.
hit the like, hit the share button, and you get notified when we go live. It have been another episode of Evening Elevation, Season 1, Episode 12. All right? So we look forward to seeing you this coming Sunday night for
This coming
another
Sunday night.
episode
That's right.
of Evening Elevation. So look out for us this coming Sunday night for another edition of Evening Elevation. Thank you guys so much and have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining
That's
in.
right.
Those of you who are watching on the replay, thank you so much. Our guest is still here waving. Let me show. Wave again for them. Wave again for them. She's still waving. Wave. I thought she got
I had
on.
such a good time.
She's still here. She's still
She
here.
she don't want to leave us now.
My
All right,
people.
so-
I don't want to leave my people.
Yeah, I understand that. So thank you guys so much. On the front end, we would end it and then we could continue our chat in the back end. All right, guys. Thank you very
All
much.
right.
Evening Elevation. Thank you for logging
Bye-bye.
on. Bye bye. Oh.